Tony's mod time, it's mod time with Tony. Me, I'm Tony, and these are the mods. Mod time!
Welcome to Mod Time with Tony for the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Welcome in. We got some updates. We got a few new mods. We got a new map. Let's get over to them right now. We're going to start with our updates. Fill level limiter. Remove the use of base game function. Special, I don't even know what that is. Due to bug causing undesired results. So they got the bug out of there. Russian translation added. Next, we got an update to production, a revamp, and the basics. These are both going to be similar. You see here, changelog 1.209, bug fix with unloading station without a fill type entry. Again, I don't know what that is. Just some tidying up, but I like it. It's a good mod. I'm glad they're keeping up on it and fixing it when needed. Next, we got an update to the Star Max 105 and 150. 1.0.0.1. Fixed issue with the mirrors. Add support for the precision farming. Front hydraulics added and minor issues fixed. So you get the front hydraulics. You got precision farming available now on it. Massey Ferguson 5600 series. Bunch of Masseys getting fixed today. Added front fender option. Wheel configs adjusted and visual adjustments were made. It's a nice looking tractor. Better than before. We got the Massey Ferguson M series. New store item added, the MF 47M, 4700M. Another option for you. And then the last Massey, the 7700. Joystick animated, fixed various bugs, new interior design, added front loader, added isobus connection. I don't know what that is either. Added warning signs and precision farming compatible now. And then the last update, Shire Farm. A new save game is strongly advised due to object and terrain updates. A major reduction in slot count, which is awesome. Complete rework of the placeable systems. You're only able to sell the farmyards and the sheds now. Complete reworking of farmland pricing, included more land available to buy. Redesign of the cow farm and pig farm with new sheds. MS modding Sailor Knox. Het tips. Duplicate placeable objects removed. Improved traffic. All player-owned production points removed, which is always good. That should be standard. You should not have to own all the production points. Major improved terrain around the road areas and field entrances, which is good as well. And reduce the number of starting vehicles. If you have Shire Farm, again, you're most likely going to need a new save game for stuff to work correctly. It's a nice map. I did like this map. So if you have it, get it updated. And we're going to do new updates in a minute. I want to show this off first because we're going to go do a tour of this real quick. I did like this map. We looked at it earlier. Rubber Burner 89. Well done. Like this map. Bloomfield, Canada. It is all platforms. 4 farms with all sellable buildings, which is pretty cool. 109 farmlands for sale. 58 fields. Custom growth schedule. Precision farming soil maps custom. License plates are custom. NPCs are custom. Custom placeables. It's got a train. It's got the base game productions. Paintable textures are additional. And collectibles. Again, we're going to go fly through this next. So stay tuned for that. Alright, we're going to take a look at Bloomfield, Canada. All platform map came out today. Here's your PDA. Not sure what our largest field size is. We went down to our contracts. Field 56, you see there is 9 acres. And my contracts are disappearing because that needs to be fixed still. Here's 56. Not very big, 9 acres. We're thinking these are in the 40 range. This may be 22. I think some of these were in the 20s. So not huge fields. Big enough. See, you got all your standard crops. We are a new farmer. You start off with this corner up here. Here's your farmyard. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4. this is the interesting thing. He's got a custom geo in here. As you can see, wheat, barley, canola, and oats have a possibility for double planting. Gonna have to try that out and see how it works in practice with the new crop growth, but you do have the opportunity for double planting. I hope more map makers and include custom growth crop calendars in their maps. I hope we get geos soon. I don't know why we can't have geos yet, but we haven't seen any. I think there might be one or two out there, but it'd be nice if we got custom geos out there. Let's see what we start off with in New Farmer as equipment. You start off with a Case Maxim. You got a Massey, a John Deere. Nice New Holland Harvester. Good trailer, your header. Bunch of small little equipment here. Augers. Little baby baler. Here's your starting farm. Your house. You got a little water spigot over there. Got 2 silos with the augers. Fuel tank. Another shed. A pigsty. You have other things around the map. Again, your animal dealers. A lot of gas station, biomethane, electric. All good stuff. Grain silos up here. Dairy up there. Sawmills. A lot of forested areas you can see here. This is your little town area. It's got all the basic Elm Creek productions, standard productions. It has a few custom placeables. Let's look at those. Just a few sheds on the end here. You got this one, storage shed. This one has, let's get to a place where we can actually see it. Do we have a place where we can actually see it? You see there, it's kind of buried under the ground. We spin it around. You can see it comes with a bunch of lumber and things around it, kind of setting the boundary of what the placeable is. You get a bunch of wood storage there. We have this shed right here. A nice tin roof shed, and then another open tin shed. It's got the water, the fire hydrant, the water well, which we have over there. That's the custom stuff. He has a few new textures. We got multiple dirt, forest ground, several gravels, rocks, different animal mud. So you got a few different textures to play with. The only downside I see to this map so far is the field prices. This big field 22 is 1.2 million. Now during stream we kind of calculated they were getting a little over 20 grand per acre, which I think is a bit high. I'm not familiar with Canadian land prices. Field 36 here is 67 grand. It's kind of small. That field 56, which was 9 acres, is 218 grand. So field prices might be a little high. They might be perfectly fine for that area. I don't know. It's the only really thing I noticed. Let's do a quick flyover. Again, here is your starting area. I like the layout of this. Pretty simple. Everything field on here is fairly square. As you can see, this is where you start off with over here. Is these fields. 4 here. A little smaller one. 1, 2, and this little grass area is field 3. Again, it probably gets plowed under. Maybe not. But all this area over here, you could plow these into if you wanted bigger fields. The road system is very linear. I think the road system is pretty good. Able to easily get around other stuff. The best way we describe this map today is simple, but quality. There is not a lot going on in this map. There's a lot of base game features. I mean, the crop calendar is different, but it's simple, but it's well done. We were saying how we really like the boundaries here with the fencing and the trees. Really brings you away from the end of the map. Nothing more jarring than when the map just falls off. I mean, all these buildings, this town, we can't get in there, but they're there. It brings you into the feel of the map. It makes you feel like you're not on a postage stamp. You got different areas over here, different farmyards. But again, all this stuff you can't get into, but it's there to make the map feel more realistic. I mean, this you can get into part of it. You got the road going through here. But all your field borders, again, tree-lined. When you're down here, you don't notice it as much. It brings you into the immersiveness of the map. You don't feel like you're going to fall off the edge of the world. You know, you got dairies up here. Again, all this is forested. You can't tell if you're on the edge of the map or not. Buildings here. Like, again, we can't get into these, but they're there. They bring you... They confine the area of your play without making you feel like you're boxed in. Again, mostly rectangular square fields. You got sawmills here. Let's speed up a little. Again, all the standard productions. You got the train. There's your town area. A lot of these buildings are going to look familiar. Your grocery. You know, you got your other little sawmill. Production sawmill. You know, this complex is on Elm Creek, the South Valley biomass. You can get into part of it, can't get into all of it. Again, it just helps to make the map feel more realistic. The bowling alley. Little park. So the buildings, like you got the diner. The buildings are not custom buildings. But again, this is simply done, but very well done. It's quality over quantity. I didn't notice anything floating around when we went through here earlier. No weird humps in the roads. Again, it's a good map. It doesn't try to do too much. It delivers on what it says it's going to deliver on. And for that, I think it's fantastic. It doesn't have to have 7 million productions and new products and new crops. It just has to do what it needs to do well. That is important. Then you got little towns. You have another little possible area to start a farm here. Maybe start over here with this broken down barn. But again, not bad sized fields. Your biomass. Got some terrain changes, which I do. I'm a fan of terrain changes. I think we have very few maps that mess with the slopes and the just terrain levels. Everything's basically flat. I mean, it's farmland. That's what it's going to mostly be. But anytime you can kind of tweak your levels, different heights, so that you're not standing in the middle of the road and you can see for miles. Some people enjoy that. I like a little break up in my scenery. That's probably just regional. In Ohio, we have a lot of rolling lands. Not hills, per se, but breaks it up. But again, this map is simple, but very good quality. The PDA, you can see the layout is very good with the road system. Everything you can get to. Farmyards over here, the one you start off in the corner. You know, you can forest, do all kinds of logging, build yourself farmyards anywhere you like. The placeables at the main farmyard, as we're stuck in a building. All of this stuff is demolishable, if that's a word. You're able to demolish it. So if you don't like the layout, you can build it yourself, cut down some trees, replace the silos. They're all sellable. Again, a fantastic feature. Should be standard on most maps. But again, I think he did a fantastic job with this map. I think it's beautifully done. Build it out how you want. He took care in putting down what he put down, and I'm impressed. So well done. That is Bloomfield, Canada, available for all platforms. Alright, it's time for new mods today. We've already gone through Bloomfield, Canada. Courseplay makes it to the Modhub. Again, PC only. And as you see, the change like 7.1. Initial Modhub release. Added vine field work, which is going to make grapes and olives very much easier. HUD is easier to use, and a separate gamepad HUD was added. In-game help menu extended with Courseplay topics. New course manager integrated into the in-game menu. Works great with auto drive. And as you can see, that picture, it works on the vines, which might make you want to revisit grapes and olives. I think it's a cool feature to work with that. Don't know if it works with baling. I don't know why that picture's there. But you see, creating your job, CP fieldwork, generate a course for that. There's your, what I call them, your balls in the air, little arrows, your routes, and you can harvest with it. Do whatever you want. New and improved, and now on the Modhub. We have the Pottinger top 722, all platforms, 40 grand. 75 horsepower required. All the rotors and tines. 6.6 to 7.2 meters. Again, you got rim colors, colors of the cylinder, material of the swath cloth, color of the wheel hub, weight set balls, fenders, wheels, lights. It says it has ground adaptation. Change working mode for night swaths, which is a double swath. I'd like to see that in action. I don't know what that really entails. But it's a Pottinger. It's a windrower. Got all kinds of configurations on it. We got Lizard Forage wagons. It says 3 feed wagons of different capacity. You got a 10,000 for 25 grand, 17,000 for 38 grand, and a 30,000 liter capacity for 60 grand. And you can see the different pictures here. This shows quite a few different varieties. You got tubs, you got the standard that we're used to. You got the smaller feed wagons, and then these over here. So it looks like you got 4 different styles. A lot to go in here. I really like these tub ones. But 3 different sizes, 3 different capacities, 3 different prices. They do look pretty neat. They are all platforms. Lizard Forge wagons. Next, the highlight of today. Not really. It's a 3-meter cultivator. It's 10 grand, 75 horsepower. It's a cultivator. It's 3 meters. It's well made, but we have too many of these. Next, we have the semi-trailer. From Pepe 978, made in Italy in the 60s. 26 grand. You got 2 different capacities, 23,000 and 45,000 liters. You also have the flatbed option, as you see here. Put some bales on there. There's your tippers. Square bales on there. It does not say whether it's auto-load or not. I would probably say no, but it's a neat flatbed. I think it's a decent size for smaller farms. The tippers, medium size, not quite small, not quite large, but I think it's a great setup. PC only, unfortunately, but it is a cool mod. Next, another PC only mod, the Zur TPX 36S. Got color choice, you got a ladder, adjustable drawbar, 74 grand, holds 19,500 liters. I think this one's a little expensive. Just my opinion. It is a nice looking trailer. The piston there looking nice. A high tip. So that does go pretty high, so be careful of that, depending on where you pull into. But it is a neat looking tipper. Again, well made. PC only. Next, we got the Flegel SDS low loader pack, all platforms. You got 2 different varieties here, the 2 and the 3. Last axle's also steering. You got a body with and without sidewalls. Tension belts or automatic cooling system. Beacons, tires with and without lettering, rims completely color changed. Deep bed black or chrome, and inner part colorable. Color change for body size or walls. 52 grand for either one. Again, you can see them here. You got the chromes, the deep blacks, wherever you want it, and then the sides. It's a nice load loader. Looks like it holds quite a bit there. Even got that little Z-Tor up at the top. Again, all platforms, the legal load loader. And then lastly, pretty neat mod. I have been waiting for this for a while. I know some other streamers have been as well. Tidy Shop mod titles. Enhances the way mod title is displayed in the store, making the title cleaner and more informative. Biggest change, adding the name of the author and optimizing the length of the title. So if you see here, you get a mod, this Mets show. Says what it is. Says who made it, Oscar8599, Pixel Farm. And in this one, you got the Yard Big Bags by Ola Haldor. Used to just say mod. Now it says made by Ola Haldor. Again here, you see this in your menu. For streamers, for myself, this is great because when someone comes into the stream and says, where'd you get that mod? Who made it? It's hard to remember all the mods I have, especially when you have as many as I do. This is a great way to say, hey, Ola made this one. Go check out his itch page or his Facebook or his website. Gives you direction where to go to tell people where to find the cool mod. Again, in practice, we did put this on today and looked at it. Some of the descriptions are a little bit long for this window. I think it's going to take, it's not the mod's fault. It's going to take the makers of the mods to condense their credits. Because a lot of the mods I saw, it said original credit 2 and then it tail off. Didn't have enough room. Maybe if he put a second line at the bottom here, but it's not his fault. The mod is great, Weasel Mods. Mod makers are going to have to start compacting their titles, especially if they're doing conversions. There's going to be mods that have too much information to put in this line, but it's a great mod. I've been so happy to see this today. Been waiting for this for a while, and I know many others have. It's very cool. So that's my favorite mod of the day. That is our mod time for the 4th of July. I want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. Be safe out there. Don't blow your fingers off. But for now, that is
Tony's mod time. It's mod time with Tony. Me, I'm Tony, and these are the mods. Mod time.